Hi everyone, welcome to your cooking tutorial. Today, Georgie and me, Abraham, we are going to show you how to make one of the easiest and most delicious Mexican desserts, Carlota de Limon.
That's right, and it might seem like a fancy dessert, but it's actually super simple. You'll see that using with few ingredients, you could make something taste amazing.
Exactly, and by the end of this video, you will have learned how to prepare a creamy Carlota that looks professional but feels homemade. Well, now let's start with ingredients. You will need 1 can of condensed milk. In this case, we are going to use the brand La Lechera from Nestlé that every Mexican have in their houses. Now, we are going to use 1 can of evaporated milk. And we are going to use the brand called Carnation from Nestlé too. Then, milk of the brand Kirkland. And now we are going to use the most important ingredient of this recipe, and it's obviously lemons. And of course, we are going to use the classic Maria cookies that all Mexicans love for its simplicity and delicious vanilla flavor. It's possible that you already have most of these ingredients at home, which makes this dessert super practical and easy to do.
Okay, we need to take out our blender because it's time to blend. But before this, we need to cut off and have all the 8 lemons that we have. And after this, we need to take off the seeds that the lemon have because we don't want to eat them. So first we have the condensed milk, also known as lechera, that adds sweetness and a creamy texture to this dessert that we're making. Next, evaporate milk as carnation gives the dessert a thicker consistency. And to give some information, the lechera, it helps create a smooth and richer flavor that balances perfectly with the acid of the lemon. The carnation, it provides a rich dairy taste without being too heavy, which helps the mixture set properly. And finally, we need to, not finally, but we need to add the lactose-free milk. We use lactose-free milk, but you can use every type of milk. And now finally, lemons are essentially because they give us fresh, tangy flavor and help the mixture thicken naturally through their acid. Now it's time to blend. In your blender, mix the condensed milk, evaporate milk, the lemon juice, and the milk, and blend for about 30 seconds until the texture gets creamy. It might take a little less time depending on your blender, but make sure that the mixes evenly everything. Once the cream is ready, let's move on to the fun part, assembling. In a glass dish, place 1 layer of cookies, then cover it with a layer of lemon cream. Repeat the process until you reach the top. If you hadn't layered the cookies evenly, the Carlota wouldn't have set properly later, so take your time to make it look nice and even. Now for the final step, refrigerate it for at least 3 hours. By the time, the texture will have become firm and creamy, perfect for serving. And trust me, once it's ready, it's going to look so good that it might surprise everyone at home.
That's how you make a perfect homemade Carlota de Limon. It's easy, quick, and super refreshing. But remember, cooking seems simple, but the secret is in following each step with patience. While I was cooking with Jorge, I started to think about how my mom has been cooking this exact recipe for me and my brothers. Then we start sharing histories about our favorite desserts from our childhood, and somehow I begin to realize that desserts might not only be food. It might seem that desserts are simply food, just a mix of sugar, butter, and maybe a bit of nostalgia. However, if we look a little deeper, we might discover that they mean much more than that. Perhaps desserts are memories, gentle reminders of moments we thought we had forgotten. If you have grown up surrounded by the smell of your mom's baking, you will probably understand that desserts can hold histories and not just flavors. In a way, desserts connect us. For me, desserts are more than just food. Thank you for joining us, and see you in the next recipe.